Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of the corporate jargon so you don't have to. Today we are diving into a filing from Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory Inc., which seems to have a little bit of a board shake-up and some Nasdaq headaches. Before we dive in, if you like getting these filings decoded for you, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you join our Discord server, described in the video below. Alright, let's get straight into it. Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory Inc. has dropped a Form 8K, which is essentially a report for big, important events that happen between their regular financial filings. And boy, do they have some news to share. It looks like one of their directors, Alan C. Harper, has stepped down from the board and all its committees. The company says this was due to his other professional duties and not because of any disagreements with the company. They're thanking him for his significant contributions, which is pretty standard language. Now here is where it gets a bit more interesting and potentially a bit more worrying. The company received a notice from the Nasdaq stock market, and this notice is telling them they are not in compliance with certain rules. Specifically, it points to two key areas. First, a rule that requires a majority of the company's board to be made up of independent directors. Think of independent directors as people on the board who don't have any business ties or personal relationships with the company outside of their board duties. This ensures they can make decisions that are truly in the best interest of all shareholders, not just the company's management. When a director leaves, especially if that director was an independent one, it can tip the balance and make it hard to meet this requirement. Second, they are not in compliance with rules for their audit committee. This committee is super important because it oversees the company's financial reporting. Nasdaq rules, and frankly, common sense say this committee needs at least 3 members, and all of them must be independent. They also need to be financially savvy, understand financial statements, and not have been involved in preparing the company's financial reports recently. Now, the good news is that Nasdaq is giving them a chance to fix this. They have a cure period until the earlier of their next annual meeting of stockholders, or the 15th of September 2026, which is about a year from when the notice was sent. The company says it plans to appoint another independent director to the board and the audit committee within this period. This is a really crucial step to get back in good standing with Nasdaq. Importantly, this problem hasn't caused their stock to be delisted yet. They are still trading on the Nasdaq capital market under the ticker symbol RMCF. So for now, the lights are still on, but they definitely need to make some changes. The filing also includes a standard cautionary note regarding forward-looking statements. This is basically a legal disclaimer saying that any statements in the report about future expectations, plans, or beliefs are just that, expectations. They might not happen. They mention that things like will, intend, believe, expect, and anticipate are clues to these forward-looking statements. They also warn about risks and uncertainties that could make actual results different from what they expect. These include things like inflation, legal proceedings, changes in the candy business, seasonality, consumer interest, raw material costs, competition, and government regulations. They point to their previous quarterly and annual reports for more detailed risks. The report is signed by Jeffrey R. Geigen, who is listed as the interim chief executive officer. This also suggests there might have been some leadership changes or interim arrangements, though the filing doesn't go into detail about that beyond Director Harper's resignation. So, what is the bottom line here? Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory Inc. is facing a compliance issue with Nasdaq primarily due to a director's resignation that has left them short on independent board members and audit committee members. They have a year to fix it by bringing in new independent directors. While their stock is still trading, this is a situation to watch. Falling out of compliance with listing rules can be a slippery slope, and while they seem to have a plan, executing it smoothly will be key. The company's reliance on these directors, especially for those critical audit committee functions, highlights the importance of good corporate governance. It shows how even one person leaving can create significant ripple effects. Their future success will depend on their ability to quickly bring in the right talent to meet Nasdaq standards and maintain investor confidence. Alright, that is our breakdown of Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory Inc.'s latest filing. What is your take on these board issues and their plan to fix them? Do you think they will meet the deadline? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. And remember to check out our awesome community on Discord, linked in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.